At the end of the day, it comes down to whether I like the story or not, or whether I think it's good for me. We keep things separated. I'm more of the creative side and he's all business. Well, my husband Daniel, he thought it was going to be a regular meeting. He had a meeting with Rangita from PNC and Milap, the director. I don't go to meetings like this. I usually go to the meetings when things are just about to be signed or it's time to, meet everyone. So in this first encounter, my husband calls me up. He's like, "We're coming upstairs. You need to hear about this movie," and yada yada yada. And that was it. When I hear movies like this, stuff in this genre, I don't think about what movies have been released here or what type of comedy type of stuff has been released here. I think about American movies where I see a Cameron Diaz, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Or I see, someone like Jennifer Aniston, where she's also in these types of comedies. And nobody really thinks of them as taboo or, oh my gosh, she's in a bikini. This is crazy. I thought of it that way, and I thought, this will be something that'll be really fun. I was just coming off of Ragini, so I'd made such a serious movie. I wanted to get into a comedy space. Well, we have even though we work really closely together, we have a very separated way of how we handle things. He handles more the business side, and I handle the creative side. But at the end of the day, it comes down to whether I like the story or not, or whether I think it's good for me. I'm not going to sit on logistics of a contract meeting. I can't get away with what I spent so many years creating, and I had no idea that I was going to be here. I'm fine with the way that things are going. I'm so happy about this movie. I think that it's very funny. It's something that I had a blast shooting, which is something that's so important to me. What I've learned in a very short time of being in Bollywood is that it really does matter who you choose to work with, who your DOP is, who the first AD team is, who's the producer, your director, whether you have a good relationship with them or not. All these different things make a huge difference in how you choose your movies. And as far as being like typecasted and all these different things, there's nothing I can do about it. If people are going to typecast me, they're going to typecast me. There are a few movies that'll come out this year that are in a little bit more of a serious space. And I'll get a good idea of whether they enjoy that too, or whether it's not something that they enjoy. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to have fun. I want to work every single day if I can at this moment. So that's my main focus. And whether I'm typecast or I'm not typecast, my main goal is to work every day just like everybody else watching this show. They all work every single day and they either love it or hate it, and I fortunately love my job. I was like the little secret that nobody wanted to talk about, but then Big Boss happened and here I am, so everybody could talk about me then. I definitely wasn't ready, nor was I mentally prepared. I read about how big that show was, how big Big Boss was, but I didn't know what it would do for me. Even the day that I got out of Big Boss and the show was over, we shot the finale and everything, Pooja Bedi was one of the people I met in the house. And she's like, okay, well, when do you plan on moving? When do you plan on getting a car and a place to stay? And all of a sudden, we got an apartment. And all of a sudden, we got a staff, house help, a driver, a car. So all these things started happening, but they happened organically. And it wasn't that we felt forced. It happened because we wanted it to. And I want to be here. This is where I want to be right now. So if that meant changing my whole world, living two totally separate lives, then, that's just the way that it's going to be. Actually, one of the characters in this movie, Layla is exactly how the world sees me. This over-the-top, glamorous, sexy, whatever you want to say. And then there's Lily, who's a little bit more conservative. She's a little goofy. She's a lot more nerdy looking. She has specs. She's got you know, bangs, long curly hair. So I would say that my personality is maybe a little bit closer to Lily out of all the characters I've ever played. You know, in the beginning, when I first started working here, the first couple of years, my main focus was to just keep working and just keep, you know, making sure that we were busy, and we're still just as busy. But I do want to get to know some of the people that are in this industry, not because that it would translate into more work, but these are my peers. These are the people that when I go to an award show or if we go to a gathering, I would love to have conversations and be able to talk to them. Maybe we might not ever be friends, but at least in association or just a normal human being talking to another human being. Because what happens in entertainment, in Bollywood, whether it's here or anywhere in the world, your circle of people gets smaller and smaller, and your ability to have normal conversations becomes next to nothing. The thing is I get shy and I get nervous. I'm like, oh my God, I see this person on TV, and oh my God, I see this person on the big screen. I'm too scared to go say hi. And maybe I'm the one who looks pretentious. No, I was never supposed to do that movie, ever, ever, ever. Nor did I ever read the script, nor do I know what the movie's about. But our relationship is great. I just saw her the other day for BCL. I wish that every single day. My parents passed away before any of this happened, and I, you know, thank them every day for making me a strong woman, a very independent woman, but I do wish that they could see me now. The first time I fell in love with a boy, no, it wasn't a girl, sorry. Sorry, everyone. It was just a boy. I do. It was, I don't know if it was love. I guess you could call it like puppy love. It was in high school. I moved from this small town that I was living in. I lived on a border city in Canada, and when we moved to the neighboring border city, and I started high school there. And I met this boy, and he was so cute, and he was my first kiss, and it was like the most dreamy, amazing thing. Of course, I'm a good Punjabi girl that's not supposed to have any boyfriends, but I did secretly. We moved all the way to California, and it was such a huge heartbreak. I was so upset. But they were probably happy because they didn't like him. Not right at this moment. My husband and I, of course, we think about family, we think about children, we think about things that we want in the future.